What does a high altitude permaculture farm looks like in snow? We are at an altitude of 8,000 plus feet. It snowed last night. It's still snowing. All the plants on the farm have gone into dormancy. They've gone on a long winter sleep. Let's have a look at how these plants are faring. This is a cherry tree, and as you can see, it's bereft of any leaves. It has gone into this dormant stage or a long winter sleep. Dormancy is a strategy that these trees in this part of the world employ to prevent any winter injury. Now, this tree behind me is an apricot tree with, as you can see, an open center formation and again without any leaves in a deep dormant stage. And in that dormant stage are also, as you can see, our peach and the plum trees, and so also its neighbor, the apple tree here on a doffing rootstock, the M9. And this here is a very cold hardy shrub, but also without any leaves. This is the sea buckthorn. We are in a berry patch. These are the raspberries, and these long canes belong to the blackberry. As you can see, these berries have shed all the leaves and they look somewhat dried and withered out. I'm going to come in spring and take out any shoot that do not have any kind of greens on them, any kind of leaves on them, because those are the 2-year-old canes which need to be taken out so that new shoots can emerge from these berry plants. Now, as far as vegetables go, I don't think there's any vegetable which is as cold hardy as the kale. Now, as you can see, we've been harvesting the kale already, but it's still pushing out these leaves. This plant, unlike the other plants and the trees on the farm, the berries and the stone fruit trees, has not gone dormant. It is still pushing out leaves, it's still alive, it's still thriving despite the frost and despite the snow. And growing in these containers are now dormant blueberries. Now, blueberries are growing in containers because blueberries require a very acidic medium, and it's relatively easy to maintain that pH if you are going to be growing them in containers such as these. Growing in this snow field over here is the garlic. Now, garlic is another plant which thrives in the cold, which needs the cold. There's a process called the vernalization process in which the garlic bulbs, they seem to grow bigger and they thrive in lower temperatures. Now, this garlic obviously is not ready right now. It's going to be harvested many months from now. But for now, it's growing regardless of the snow piling on top of it. This is the geranium. Mind you, this is a non-native ornamental flower, but to our surprise, this is a very resilient, cold, hardy flower, as you can see. This is a calendula plant, and it is the most remarkable flower, most remarkable native plant growing in this part of the world. I call it remarkable because no matter what temperatures you have outside, whether it's heat of the May when the temperatures reach about 25 degrees Celsius or more, or freezing temperatures at this time of the year, the plant still sends out these beautiful orange flowers and keeps our bees happy throughout the year. Pushing through the snow over here are the leeks. No problem at all with the snow or the frost, as you can see. Now, growing over here, this is the parsley. Now, the parsley is a biennial, it's a 2-year-old plant. It bears the leaves in 1 year and starts flowering in the next year. And mustard is an excellent plant to grow as a cover crop in our kind of temperatures in the winters. This plant is going to flower throughout the winters and keep the honeybees engaged and happy. The honeybees, the native honeybees that we have here, they need an habitat, they need a source of nectar, they need a source of pollen throughout the year, not just during our apple and the pear and the apricot flowering season. They need the nectar throughout the year. So if you have these cover crops growing in your farm throughout the year, the honeybees, the native honeybees, remember, are going to be really very happy with your farm and are going to be coming to the farm and pollinating obviously the other trees and the berries or whatever you're growing on it.